what it is now. And I have not had really a down day since then. So with all the collateral damage from me going through that physically, I wouldn't have traded it for the world. The experience is wonderful. I was destined to do that. Now, if I also believe in parallel worlds where things exist based on a decision we make to go left, while also the decision to go right is taking place, even though we went left. And that's a whole different idea, and that's where different dimensions come in. But it all kind of ties in with theoretical physics and string theory, where little vibrating strings are really what everything's about and made of. And the higher the wavelength of a string, the better, the more angelic a spirit could be, and the low vibrations is evil. And that is the definition, at least in those dimensions, of good and evil. Fair enough?
Yeah, and you talked about the babies crying too earlier. I do want to warn people out there that a lot of times negative entities or negative spirits will use a baby's crying to get you to leave the room or try to communicate with them. So if you ever hear a baby crying and you don't have a baby, I would definitely be very careful and cautious about going to look for it.
Why is that? Why?
Because if people don't know what this is, if they don't have any experience in, paranormal, in most cases when we've had somebody who's had a baby crying, it has tried to hurt them. It has tried to draw them away from the one they were laying next to, or tried to get them to sort of sleepwalk, or we've had people fall downstairs, that kind of thing. So a crying baby when you don't have a baby is something that I just want people to know that entities will use that to get your humanity part of yourself to go look for this child. It's just kind of a thing you have to watch out for, because it does happen.
Some of the tools we use and have used on investigations are, of course, digital recorders. We have our cameras set up all throughout and net the whole place. But the digital recorder is kind of nice, but you've got to stop every 30 or 60 seconds, walk off to the side and listen. And here's the reason why. I was not doing it back then, and we were in the museum in Belding, and we were in an ice cream room, which is a fake. It was just made up to be one of the 50s. And here's an EVP that came through. I wish I would have heard at the time. See if you can figure out what it says.
I'm going to go sit back in there.
Okay.
Yeah. See if we can bring anything out.
Yes, you're right.
Need anything?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
No.
Yes, you're right.
Need anything out?
Yes, you're right.
Need anything out?
Yes, you're right.
Need anything?
No.
Okay.
First of all, I want you to know, did you hear the static?
Yeah.
Okay. Just before this clip, about a minute before, the static started coming in, which meant that there's interference. There's probably electromagnetic interference coming in.
Okay.
So something was near me and the EVP. Did you hear the word leg in there at all?
I heard it's not right, or...
Well, we slowed it down, and if it's right in front of you, and I'll mail it to you, she's saying, "Let me see your leg."
Let me see your leg?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, and it was a chick. Now, you see, my timing's all off. I only found that 2 days later while I was at home. Damn it.
I've got all kinds of people giving me, they're all telling me it says this, it says that, it says
Yeah, well, what we did is we slowed it down to like a tenth on WavePad, and you can definitely hear it. But you know, make out what you want. But that's what. And what I do is I'll send it to other teams. I do that, and sometimes we send it out to Debbie Constantino too, who knows EVPs very well. And they've all agreed once they slowed it down, that's what it was. The ice cream room had a boatload of stuff that was going on in there. I wanted to see if there was one more. Yeah, there's one more here where I was trying to cool the spirit down. And let's hear what we say.
No need to hide. There's no need to hide.
Did you hear what he said?
ooh, that's a hard one.
Well, again, the static, and static does not come on EVP recordings. If when something's there, it could be static, and the static came in, but it finally left. I was trying to. There's no reason to hide. There's no reason to hide, and the thing said, "Thank God."
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense now that you say it.
Yeah.
You don't realize what it's saying until.
And it's hard on.
Oh, it says this.
It's hard on the radio too to hear it, but when it's in front of you, and if anyone wants copies of this, ask Deb or me, and they're very easy to email. They're short clips. They're in MP3 format, so you can hear them yourself. There are. You were playing one for me, and I want to hear that because you can play the video, can't you, and hold the mic up to it?
No, I don't have a detachable mic.
All right, I can. So I think you put that on my page, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. Sometimes we will leave a digital recorder go throughout the night. Here's a short clip. No one's in the building at all. This is in Yesterdog, the restaurant that was in what? American Pie?
Yeah.
They called us and said that the bread man at 4 a.m. refused to come and deliver bread anymore because when he went down there, standing was a man about dressed 100 years ago in a suit, period outfit, and so forth, standing there staring at him. So he ain't gonna do it anymore. Now we never did see him, but we did encounter a lot of things, and we started getting our evidence together. And the activity picked up, and they got pissed off at us and told us not to come back. They thought we told them that sometimes anything can happen after the first investigation. And in this case, it picked up. But anyway, here's what happened when no one was in the building, downstairs, and it's a preface to what I want you to play, or I'll play what you sent me. Now you can hear something playing with the recorder, right?
Right.
And no one's there. So a lot of times Spirit will become curious because 100 years ago, they have not seen a tape recorder. They have not seen an airplane. They have not seen a lot of things we had. That's why in many cases when you go on an investigation, you got to kind of tell them, this thing's recording you, and it's got a red light. And what you say, it'll hear. Because they may not know what you got in your hand.
Yeah, I don't usually use the word recorder. I say come to where you see this light, and we'll be able to hear you. Or if you come near this, the lights will flash, and it won't hurt you. It just tells us that you're biased.
That's actually a better way, I think, because recorder, they probably don't know what that means.
No, they don't.
So you're right. I think I will take your advice on that one. Let me get to the one I think you sent me. Didn't you? Did not you? Did you?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Did you put it on my page?
I think so. Hold on a second. I'll check.
While you're doing that, the people who have asked to join Fourth Dimension, there were a lot of them. I just approved them. Go down 5 or 6 posts. You will see a house there. That was the triple murder house in Walker. And I had taken a picture of that house. I had not got in. I knocked at the front door and I was home. No one was home. And I went back to my car and I just happened to take a picture with my cell phone, jumped in the car, drove away. The drapes on the upper floor are nailed against the wall, so they can't be moved. And if you zoom in on it, you'll see the drapes are pulled aside. And if you look close, tell me what you see. Post underneath it. I see something there, what appears to me holding a child.
Okay, now I just sent that to your page. So.
Oh, yeah, which page?
The David Christine page.
Okay. David Reed, Christine. REID. All right.
The David Christine that's on the no limits underneath here.
Oh, you sent it to the. Oh, you did it to the no limits. Do it to the personal page.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's not there.
What do you mean it's not there?
It's not there. Well, let me go home and see if it's there. It's not there.
All right. How about if I do it to the Fourth Dimension page?
There you go.
Will that work?
Well, that's a place it should be, too.
Okay. Well, we can send it there.
Yeah. There's a long history on that Fourth Dimension page of a lot of evidence, a lot of places we've been, and it will also tell you when this, show is on. Every week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. And we're having guests coming on next week.
All right, there you go.
All right, let me cycle and see what's here. There's nothing like dead air, huh? And while you people are there, ask to join Fourth Dimension Paranormal.
So they can listen to dead air.
All right, folks, here it is. This is a house that you know of, right? You know the people. Yeah. Okay. And we don't mention names for safety's sake. But this is a house that was totally vacant at the time. The people were not home, right?
Right, and no animals.
No animals, nothing that could cause anything to happen.
And
now,
all the doors locked up tight.
Right. No, and it wasn't robbed during this segment either, right?
No.
When they came home, was anything displaced?
Nope.
Okay. So, but you will hear traffic on the outside going by, especially trucks. Trucks are loud. But ignore that and listen to the inside of the house if you can. Here we go. Now, as you can hear, it's pretty silent, like an empty house should be. You can hear some cars at a distance. Now what the hell was that?
Something falling, but we didn't.
Hang in there, people. It gets worse. Now that truck went by, and then I hear something slam. Now the first time I heard that with the truck, I attributed it to the truck vibration, or a window was open and the wind caused that. So let's just say we debunked that, but